When we think about the future, a future under climate change is an impoverished planet. Hi, my name is Julie Cole. I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I'm a professor of Earth and Environmental Sciences at the University of Michigan. In the scientific community, it is completely accepted that humans are causing climate change and that the way around it is to reduce the greenhouse gas burden in the atmosphere. That is so clear. Of course, climate has changed in the past due to natural reasons, but the changes that we're seeing now are well beyond anything that Mother Nature is causing. For the past few hundred years, and increasingly to today, our industrial processes and some of our agricultural processes have been putting into the atmosphere gases that trap heat. We've known those gases trap heat. We've known that for more than a century. You can show it very clearly in a laboratory. So as the concentration of those gases rises in the atmosphere, it's like putting a blanket over the Earth. More of that heat is trapped in the atmosphere, and the temperature is warming. Climate change is already starting to affect Michigan. Temperatures here are about 3 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than they were earlier in the century. Precipitation has also increased by up to 5 inches per year. Precipitation is becoming more intense, which leads to more flooding. It leads to overwhelming of infrastructure, of drainage systems and dams that were built for a less variable climate. Another thing we don't think about too much is winter tourism in Michigan, things like ice fishing, snowmobiling, skiing. Those are all things that as climate warms, we are going to have less and less access to. Another way that climate affects Michigan from an economic standpoint would be in its impacts on agriculture. A more variable climate is obviously more problematic for people who are growing crops and raising animals because it's less predictable and the extremes are larger. So Governor Whitmer's My Healthy Climate Plan lays out a plan to be carbon neutral, net zero, by 2050. This is going to benefit all of Michigan because this is what we need to do to reduce these major impacts of climate change. We need to start working on this now because every bit of carbon that we put into the atmosphere makes a difference. Governor Whitmer has really come out swinging on the climate front with this new My Healthy Climate Plan. Where the action is happening in the US right now is not at the national level in terms of climate because we're just stuck. We're stuck up against a political party that refuses to budge. We're stuck up against the massive influence of fossil fuel dollars. We're stuck at the national level, but we can really act at the state level. And Governor Whitmer has shown this with the My Healthy Climate Plan as a great first step towards that action. And it's about preserving a level of climate variation that we can live with, but it's also about preserving a world that has the environments and the ecosystems that we valued, because we can't give up. The stakes are too great. We have to keep working on this. We are smart as a species, and we can do this.